Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? This is Wine with Dave, and it is, hey look, it is wine o'clock, and it's going to be wine o'clock for the next 1 hour till 10 o'clock. And last week was a very different week. I filmed it all in black and white, and this week is going to be all in color, back to the usual schedule. This is going to be my last week of 5-night week, although I was off Monday and Tuesday, so that's not completely true. But anyway, so I've got tonight, tomorrow night, and Friday, and I will be back with season 2 in the fall. You have to wait for the fall. But I am going to have a summer show. It's going to be the same format, same thing, but it's going to be on Thursday nights. So just wanted to let you guys know that Thursday nights is Wine with Dave. I'm not doing Monday to Friday. I was losing my mind. It's so hard. It's so hard to 2 hours a day to plan for this and then 2 hours to do it. It's like a part-time job. Imagine working a part-time job and not getting paid. Yeah, I could write a book on it. But I love doing it, and it's cool. It's cool promoting local businesses. Tonight is really special. I'm really, really excited about tonight's guest. She's waiting in the wings. I can see her down there. I can wave to her. She can wave to me. You guys can't see her. Kind of cool. So if you're new here, go ahead and like the page. If you're seeing this on a page you happen to find this link and it's live, that's great. Go ahead and go back to Wine with Dave on Facebook. Go to that page and like that page. I really appreciate it. And if you're in a business, call me up. There's my number. Where is it? Right here? There's my email. Email me. I would like to interview you. I'm going to be doing 1 night a week through the whole summer. I'd love to promote you. I do a lot to promote businesses for Zip, for Zilch, for Zero, for Nero de Nada. No, I don't know. That's not how you say it. Anyway, I'm not Spanish. Anyway, so let me just cue this thing up. I'm actually, yeah. All right, so if you want to leave a comment, the comments show up right here. So you can ask questions for my guest. Really cool guest. Really cool guest. And you can leave a comment. But if you're on a page outside of Wine with Dave, those comments don't appear right here. They'll show up in the comment section, but on that page. So if you want to leave a comment, just go over. It's going to be great. I got a really awesome guest tonight. So let's get on with this. We're going to play a game, all right? You guys ready for games? I think you guys like games. We're going to go to the next segment, which is, and it's really popular, and it's interactive. You ready? It's Did You Know? I think a lot of you guys know about Did You Know? So, again, this is Wine with Dave. Did you know? Melanie Benson, hello, says Melanie Benson. Rick Greenwood, the Wild West Wednesday, yes. Yeah, if you're here, just see how those names show up. You got to be on the Wine with Dave Facebook page, then type it in, and it will show up. Hello, David. Hello, Melanie. She's awesome. I'll talk to you about her in a second. Remind me, Melanie. All right, did you know? Did you know that scientists made a nano guitar the size of a human blood cell? Did you know that? Did you know that the top speed of the winning car in the very first U.S. race was 7 miles an hour? You could run faster than the car in the first U.S. race. That was cool, huh? Bet you didn't know that. Did you know that Antarctica, you know, that place down there, is covered with a sheet of ice that's 7,000 feet thick? Did you know that? 7,000 feet thick. That's pretty amazing. Oh, people are logging in. This is great. Dave Pickard, you get the Pucard on board. Mr. Pucard, I like that. It's a little spelling. See, I always look at my keyboard to see, was it deliberate? No, U is next to I, so it was a mistake. So we'll give you that, Dave. Yeah, is that crazy? Antarctica, 7,000 feet thick. The ice. Did you know that crowds at one Louisiana State University football game once cheered so loudly that it registered as an earthquake on a local seismograph. Louisiana State. They love their football. Did you know that one of the largest pyramids in the world is, anybody know? This isn't the interactive one. I'm actually going to tell you the answer. The largest pyramid in the world is a Bass Pro Shops in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, it's a made-up pyramid. It's huge. Did you know that extreme ironing is an actual sport? Yep. Ironing your clothing. That's an extreme sport. Not, they could just say it's a sport, but it's an extreme sport. I think because, you could get burned. Okay, here's the first interactive. Get ready to type away. And you can't be part of the show and the game part of this if you're not on Wine with Dave. You got to be on the Wine with Dave Facebook page to do this. Ready? What was canceled the morning of the Titanic tragedy? What was canceled? I'll give you a hint. It's something that happens on the boat. It was canceled that morning. Anybody? Dave Pickard's laughing. Big thumbs, yep. Yeah, you spelled your name wrong. I'm sure you know how to spell your name right. Here's the second interactive. There is what item in every shot in the movie Fight Club? Any Fight Club fans out there? Amazing, amazing movie with a capital A. Crazy good movie. There's an item in every single shot. Not every scene, every shot, every single camera angle. There had to be thousands. This item was in every single one. Birds in Minnesota get drunk off what? That's the third. Lady Liberty wears a size 879 shoe. They measured it. And here's the fourth interactive. It's illegal to own just one of these things in Switzerland. You can own two of them. You can own three. You can't own just one. You have to own two. It's illegal. You'd be arrested. You're going to be blown away when you find out. Did you know that almost half the world's population watched the 2010 and the 2014 FIFA World Cup games? And there's a basketball court in the U.S. Supreme Court building. An actual basketball court in the Supreme Court building. All right. That ends Did You Know? We're back. We're going to add up the answers. Let's see who voted here. Say it again. We're going to say it again. We are. Ready? There's 4 questions, so just type them in. What was canceled the morning of the Titanic tragedy? So just put in Titanic, dash, and then put what was canceled. I don't know. A checkers game or whatever you want to put, okay? Number 2, what item was in every shot of the movie Fight Club? Just type in Fight Club and type in what item it was in. Not in every scene, it was in every shot. Scenes are made up of like 50 shots, easy, with different camera angles. It was in every single shot. It's unbelievable. What a feat that was. The third one, birds in Minnesota get drunk off of what? And I will give you a hint. It's like in trees and bushes and things. If they take this thing, they will get drunk. But only in Minnesota. In Minnesota. That's how they talk out there in Minnesota. And it's illegal to own just one of these things in Switzerland. All right? So just say, Switz. You don't have to spell out Switzerland. Switzerland, and then type in what it is that you have to own 2 of them. All right? Titanic, what was canceled? Fight Club, what's in every shot? Birds in Minnesota, just type in birds, and what do they get drunk off of? And Switz. It's illegal to own just one of these. Ready? Let's just check this thing out. We got Pucard on board. We already said that, right? Big thumb. Say it again. All right. Rick Greenwood, Titanic shuffleboard. He thinks they canceled the shuffleboard. Meister. I don't know what Meister is. Meister. Fight Club wristwatch. Rick thinks A wristwatch is in every shot. Dave Pickard, muster. I don't know what you're answering that for, Dave. Muster. I don't know what that is for. Melanie Benson says a Swiss knife. But you got to put like what it is, because there's 4 questions. I don't know. Is that illegal in Switzerland to own 1 or 2? Or so I don't know. Is that what was canceled? Is that what was in Fight Club? Oh, probably Fight Club. Okay. You got to put it down. Titanic. Oh, muster. Okay, that's what you meant. Titanic, the muster was canceled. That's what Dave says. Rick Greenwood, Switzerland is a Swiss Army knife. He thinks you cannot own just 1. You have to own 2. Melanie Benson, Wall Street. You got to put the question. I don't know what Wall Street's referring to. It's Titanic, Fight Club, Minnesota, Switzerland. All right. Damn it. Didn't see the Fight Club. You didn't see Fight Club. How can you not see the Fight Club? Birds, apples. So Dave thinks if you're a bird in Minnesota, you will get drunk off apples. That's a good answer. Pine cones. Fight Club, Starbucks cup, says Larry Crandis. Good having you on, Larry. Question 4, Swiss knife. All right, I'm going to give the answers. Titanic. What was canceled on the Titanic? No one got it right. You know what they canceled? A lifeboat drill.
That's a muster.
Oh, Dave Pickard had it right. My guest had to tell me offline. That's the muster. I'm thinking that's like mustard on a, I don't know. If I have a sandwich and you take the mustard off my sandwich, I'm going to riot. That's just wrong. But muster, you're right, muster. They did. They canceled that. You're right. So Dave got it right. Can I put his name up there? Yeah, there's the winner. My old friend, one of my oldest friends in the world, he got it right. Number 2, Fight Club. What is seen in every single shot? One person got it right. Larry Crandis. A Starbucks cup was in every single freaking scene of Fight Club. It's amazing. It's an amazing feat to do that. Is that crazy? Dave's happy. Got the hang 10 symbol going on there. All right, birds in Minnesota get drunk off. No one got it right. It's berries. It's not apples. Close. If Minnesotan birds eat berries, they get drunk. They hit walls and stuff. It's illegal to own just 1 guinea pig in Switzerland. I kid you not. Don't you? What if one dies? What if you have a pair and one die? You better run out to the pet store quick, or those Swiss police will come after you. All right, enough of that. That was fun. I like that. I miss doing that. Last week was very different. It was racism week. Very, very heavy subject. Very heavy subject. And this one's all about, Lady Liberty has size 879 shoe, and you can't own just 1 guinea pig. Tomorrow night, my guest is Matthew Doc Perry. This guy is a hero. He is a Marine vet. I want to give details. I can't. I want to save it for tomorrow night. Please tune in tomorrow. You'll be proud of him. You'll cry with him. Just tune in, please. 9:00 tomorrow. Tune in. He is the founder of the Currahee Project, which is a Cherokee word for We Stand Alone Together. It's a nonprofit organization set up to help stop suicides for veterans. Do not miss. Do not miss. And then Friday night is Austin Phillips. I want to laugh because it's funny, but it's cool. It's the coolest thing. He has a ventriloquist repair shop. He repairs ventriloquist dummies from like a long time ago, like real old ones from the 1900s. If you don't know what a ventriloquist is, it's the whole, they got the little pull a string. He repairs them, and he's in Maine, so we're gonna do a little tour of his thing. So it's gonna be great. But tonight you're in for a treat. You guys ready for this? I'm really excited about this because I love dogs. Do you love dogs? Say it. Say it if you like dogs. Fireworks are nuts right now, says Melanie. Yeah, the dogs don't like that. Oh, yeah, well, also, it's not good for vets as well. Think about that. If you have neighbors that are vets, just don't do the fireworks. It's not cool if you want to respect them. Tonight, you're in for a treat. Kristen and Mark Peralta are the founders of Vintage Pet Rescue, located in Foster, Rhode Island. Foster, Gloucester. Think of it as a retirement home for dogs. And some of their residents, Clarence, Nugget, or Nougat. Nougat. I got it wrong. Franklin. They've even got a dog named Hank. They've got a dog named Zeus. They're all retired, right? They all shuffleboard. They probably do shuffleboard with Bones. And they also have a dog named Stevie Wonder, who is completely blind, and he is on the show tonight. Check this out.
Mark and I met in an animal shelter in Los Angeles, and we started dating, and we took in one hospice dog as a foster. We thought we'd have her for a few months. She ended up living with us for 1.5 years. And when she passed away, we adopted another dog in her memory, and then we just kind of started accumulating senior dogs. When we moved to Rhode Island 2 years ago, I decided to make this an actual nonprofit organization, and Vintage Pet Rescue was born, and just started, a website and a Facebook page, registered for a 501c3, and then it just kind of exploded. It's evolved in a way where it's just all-encompassing of our life. The rescue is run out of our home, so the 30 senior dogs live with us. So it's really a 24/7, 365-day-a-year job. Senior dogs get overlooked a lot in shelters, and we want people to actually go to a shelter specifically to find a senior dog and give it the last great months or years of its life. Our smaller mission is just to help people that can no longer care for their elderly dogs, or shelters who have an elderly dog that they can't adopt out. We want to be able to take those dogs in and be able to provide medical care and love and attention to the dogs in our care. The support that we receive from the community and also just around the country is incredible, and it's something I never really expected. I never expected that we'd have so many people following our Instagram and so many people falling in love with our animals and the stories, and that's really, it's been wonderful. Vintage Pet Rescue is run 100% on individual donations, so we don't get any money from the state or the federal government. So the only way we can really, pay for our vet bills, which are astronomical, are through our generous supporters and people donating to us. And people can donate on Facebook, they can donate on our website, vintagepetrescue.org, and honestly, every little bit helps.
There she is. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Very good. So who do we have here?
This is Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Come on, Stevie.
Stevie Wonder. He's a 14-year-old pug, and as you can see, he doesn't have any eyes.
So explain his story.
So we actually got Stevie when we lived in Los Angeles. He came into the shelter from owners who could no longer care for him. He already had one eye that had been removed, and the other was badly damaged. Pugs are really susceptible to eye issues. They need a lot of drops and care, and when they don't get them, unfortunately, they become very painful, and sometimes they need surgery to have them removed. So he did surgery to have his other eye removed, And a rescue group that we worked with out in Los Angeles contacted us, and we scooped him up. And he's been with us now for about 4 years.
And how old is he, Kristen?
He's 14. We actually took him in before we even had a rescue. So he was just a dog that we adopted before Vintage Pet Rescue even started.
So how does he get around? Does he like go against the wall and kind of find his way that way, or does he?
He will bump into things every once in a while, but he's pretty good about finding his way around. He kind of just he's like a little, like, one of those robot vacuums.
Yeah, a Roomba, right?
Yeah, he's like a Roomba. He just kind of like moves around and finds. Sorry, I think I lost you there.
Yep, you lost me. So you said he just moves around like a Roomba. So who named him Stevie Wonder?
I think I did, actually. I think his name at the shelter was Dexter. And we renamed him Stevie Wonder because obviously he doesn't have any eyes.
Yeah. Is he superstitious?
I don't think so.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
No,
that's cool. He's a lovable looking dog. Look at him. I just want to hug him.
I know. When everyone meets them, they're like, "Oh, he's sleeping," and we don't know. He might be, but we don't. We're not.
All right, we got to get into this. I'm devoting a lot of time for this. Man, what is Vintage Pet Rescue? And I love how you describe it, but I want you to just tell me, what's Vintage Pet Rescue?
Okay, so we are a retirement home for senior dogs. So we take in dogs. We like to take in dogs that are age 15 and up. Sometimes we'll also take in hospice dogs, so dogs that may only have, 6 months to a year to live. They're harder to adopt out, especially in a shelter. People are sometimes nervous to, adopt out a dog that may have a lot of medical issues, or that you only have for a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. So we take these dogs. Most.
We
dogs
we lost her.
Again? Oh no.
Yeah, we lost you again. We take in dogs that, and then what did you say after that?
So most of the dogs that we take in, like I said, are over 15. Sometimes if they're bigger dogs, we'll take in like 11 or 12 or 13-year-old dogs. So right now we're actually home, and it's in our home that we keep all these dogs. Right now we have 35 senior dogs living in our house with us.
And none of them pay rent. None of them.
Not a single one. Not a single one pays rent, and they don't give kisses, and they poop and pee all over the place. They're the worst roommates ever.
You got to be so patient, but so loving at the same time. So if you're just tuning in, this is Wine with Dave. I am interviewing Kristen Peralta from Vintage Pet Rescue. It's basically a elderly home for the dog? No, how did you say it?
A retirement home.
Home for senior dogs. And a lot of times their parents, their human friends, have passed away, so you'll take them in. What a huge heart you have, Kristen. I just got to tell you. And I'm sure you get that all the time.
It's a lot of work. It definitely is. So it's something you really have to be passionate about. Something you really have to love dogs, and also people, because you deal with a lot of people too. So it's great.
That's cool. So Mark Benetti says, hi, Chris and Mark.
Hi.
And Melanie Benson, Kristen is the best. VintagePetRescue.org is the best. She's really a huge fan. Carol Coffey, best rescue ever. And Melanie is like, oh my gosh, Stevie Wonder.
She loves Stevie. He is her favorite.
Yeah, she was the one that told me. She says, oh, you got to see Stevie Wonder. I said, well, I'll ask you to have Stevie on. So That is awesome. Melanie, man, she's just throwing a lot of praise. If you got a dime, if you got a dime for every good thing Melanie's saying, you'd.
I wouldn't need a fundraiser anymore.
You wouldn't need a fundraiser. That is awesome. So how did Vintage Pet Rescue start? And what's with the vintage word? Because I love that word.
Yeah, so we started, it was really organic actually, when I actually met my husband. He works for Best Friends Animal Society, and we actually met in a shelter, an animal shelter in Los Angeles. He had 2 pugs at the time. I didn't have any animals. We adopted a senior pit bull together, and then we met this little Maltese, ancient Maltese. I mean, this dog was probably 15 or 16.
Wow.
And she was at an adoption event, and no one adopted her, and she was just like pulling at our heartstrings. So Mark said, well, can we, take her home as basically a hospice dog, which means a hospice foster dog. So, we thought we'd have her for a few months. She was in pretty bad shape as an older dog. And we took her in. We named her Rue McClanahan after one of the Golden Girls. And we had her for a year and a half.
Wow.
And she was she had such a personality. She would just limp around the house barking and growling and just loved to be held. And she was just adorable. And we just kind of fell in love with the super senior dogs. And after Rue passed away, we actually went to the shelter and adopted another dog in her memory. And then it kind of just snowballed from there that we were the people that took in old.
Wow.
We were so involved with rescue. Yeah, we were so involved with rescue out there that people were reaching out to us whenever they saw an older dog. So we just kind of ended up collecting dogs. And in LA, we had about 10. And then we made the trek to Rhode Island and decided to do this as an actual nonprofit.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And the word vintage, we were talking about what we would name, our organization. And we went everywhere from, my husband is a big music guy, so he wanted to go with the Misfits, and we were talking about some sort of Muppet thing. But we love flea markets and estate sales and vintage items. And so we kind of just went with Vintage Pet Rescue because, yeah.
That's the coolest thing because they are vintage. I mean, they're in the September of their years. So, why don't you bring another dog up? Let's see another. I'd like to meet Hank. Oh, what's this one?
This is Nina.
Nina.
This is Nina.
Well, I just said her name. Nina? Oh, she looked for a second.
She does the head. Nina.
I love dogs that do the tilty head. My dog does that too.
She does the head tilt. She definitely does. So Nina's actually one of our younger residents. She's only 11. She has a heart issues like most of our dogs. She really needs a dental. Unfortunately, she started having nosebleeds a few weeks after we got her.
Mm-hmm.
We did all this testing, and no, we didn't get any. We don't know why, but she hasn't had one in a few weeks. So hopefully once we can get her teeth all taken care of, then we'll put her up for adoption. But we really like to make sure that obviously we can't guarantee anyone's health, but we want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible before we adopt them out.
Yeah. So now where do you get most of your dogs from?
So it's funny, when we started, I assumed that we would just be getting them from the local shelters around here. But the shelters around here are really wonderful. They don't really, I'm not going to say they don't need us, but they really don't, they adopt out dogs all the time. Mm-hmm. They do a really good job getting dogs out and getting dogs to homes. So actually, most of the dogs that we take in are coming directly from owners. So a lot of times it's people who either pass away or go into a nursing home or an assisted living home, can't take their dog with them. Sometimes, taking care of older dogs is not easy. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of medication, vet visits, if they have trouble walking, there's a lot that goes into it. And sometimes it's just really hard for people to handle that.
Yeah.
And instead of, putting the dog down, it's, they might have, some months or years left, and we'd like to, help them live out their life and be comfortable.
So you have to make the decision to put all the dogs down, right? Eventually.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was one of the hardest things in my life, to put my dog down that had cancer, and he was only 4 years old.
Oh,
it ripped me to shreds. But I could imagine. How do you do that? How do you do that?
I'll say it's the hardest part of what we do, obviously. And it's just mentally, we know what we're getting. I mean, we know what we're getting into when we take a 17-year-old dog. We know we're not going to have this dog for 10 years. We know what we're signing up for. So for us, it's all about this quality of life. Just really making sure that they are comfortable, that they're happy, that they're not in pain. For us, if they stop eating, that's a huge red flag for us.
Right.
And we go to Ocean State, the emergency vet, a lot, and our primary vet, North Paws. So far this week, we've already had 8 vet visits, and it's only Wednesday. So
wow.
we're at the vet a lot. But for us, when, especially if a dog is not eating or having troubles, it's always, well, what is there, is there a treatment that then they'll recover, or is it just going to be a struggle then for, their whole life? And that's how we kind of make that decision as far as, okay, do we do the chemo? Do we do the surgery? What's the prognosis? And we really trust our vets. And I think that's important when you have a senior dog, to trust your vets.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it must be like a logistic nightmare to plan like 2 vet visits a day or 3. Just say, look, I got another one and another one. Can we just do back to back?
Yesterday we had 5 vet visits in one day.
Wow.
I think it was the most we've ever had. We had two oncology appointments, an acupuncture appointment, and then 2 just regular checkups. So it was a long day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm trying to text my wife to I'm trying to do it conspicuous while I'm doing a live show. I'm trying to say, send my dogs in. Usually I say, keep them out. But this is a special day, so I like to have them sit on my lap.
Let's see them.
I'll tell you, I got to hand it to you. That is amazing. It is amazing that you care enough for the dogs at the last chapter of their life, that you're just not thinking, oh, they're old and they don't even matter. But they are afraid that their owner is passed away and they don't have anyone to spend time with. And you're like, no, I want that dog's life to be awesome up until the last second of their life. I got to hand it to you. I raise a glass to you. I'm serious. That is amazing that you do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we got to do the virtual clink.
Okay.
All right, so hold it. Here's how you do it. I'm a pro at this, all right? Got to hold it in your left hand. Oh, we just lost our feed for a second. We got to wait for that.
What hand?
Okay, so hold it in your left hand, right in front of your shoulder, and you want to move it to your your right shoulder, all right? But you went too far. Do almost to your right shoulder. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was good. That was a good virtual clink. So what's the biggest challenge in running vintage pet rescue?
Well, aside from making the end of life decisions, I just say getting donations.
Yep.
We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we run 100% on individual donations. So we don't get anything from the state or federal government. So it's all donations. Just May was a very busy month for us. May we actually spent $15,000 at the vet in May, just in 1 month.
Wow, so you need donations really bad.
Yeah, and so currently right now we actually have 3 dogs that are on chemo. We have 2 doing, physical therapy, and then obviously everything that comes up. I mean, pretty much every dog we have comes to us with a heart murmur, so they need an echocardiogram. A lot of them, sometimes they have tumors, so they need different ultrasounds. We always do senior blood work on the dogs, so we know what's going on with their kidneys and liver. It's a lot, but we want to make sure that these guys. I mean, a lot of times we actually just took in a 17-year-old dog. When did we take on Monday? A 17-year-old dog, just absolutely adorable, but probably hadn't been to the vet in three or 4 years. So, brought him in. Unfortunately, he had a double ear infection. He has quite a few little lumps and bumps. We did full blood work just to see where he is medically. But he's doing great. He's perfect here. So.
Wow, that's cool. So as we raised a glass, Melanie Benson says, "Oh no, wrong one." She said, "I raised a tortilla chip."
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Melanie, save some of those. I see her at the Warwick Dog Park all the time.
Oh, nice.
Next time I see you, you better have a bag of tortilla chips. I love tortilla chips. And my birthday's coming up, too. Oh, I got to tell you. So on Facebook, Kristen, Facebook knows when your birthday's coming up, and it says, do you want to raise money for a fundraiser, whatever? Yes. And I've seen other people do that. I'm like, and I'm really good at Facebook. I'm like really good. But that's one little thing that Facebook throws in that I just never bothered to do. But it comes up apparently a week before your birthday. My birthday is on Sunday, which is Father's Day.
Oh, happy
birthday. So I'm a father. Every 4 years, my birthday falls on Father's Day. And, it's got the American Red Cross and the Heart Association and da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't know. They're all good. I'm like, I wonder if you can type in your own. I'm like, vintage pet. I wonder. I type vintage, autofills it. I'm like,
right there.
So I did. I think, and it's like they already give you a $200 goal. I think I'm halfway there.
Oh, no way.
I did nothing. I did no promotion. I got $15 from a lawyer friend of mine immediately. Bam. And then another 50 and 70. I'm at like, I don't know, 100 or something. So
those are incredible. And I think Melanie actually is doing one for her birthday too.
Really?
And she's almost raised, I think, $500 on hers.
Oh, I need to beat her. Yeah, she's a cocky little one.
I know. But
you're going down.
That has made such a difference for us. People across the country just doing fundraisers for us for their birthday. And honestly, I mean, who gives gifts for birthdays anymore? No one really gives a gift, but maybe, your friend that you haven't seen in 10 years throws $50 to your Facebook birthday. I mean, it's great. It's really wonderful for a nonprofit.
It's just something, yeah. So Gary Ruo just said, VPR, Vintage Pet Rescue, is wonderful. Kristen and Mark are very special people. I hope Apollo is doing better. Thank you for all you're doing. How is Apollo doing?
Apollo's doing really great, actually. Yeah. So Apollo was Gary's dog.
Okay.
Yes. And he's a 15-year-old, absolutely adorable. I mean, but he was having troubles, Oh,
we just lost her again.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a long one.
I know. I thought I lost you a little bit.
Yeah. Gary, you said Gary left his dog with you?
Yes. So Apollo came to us in January. He is 15, having some mobility issues, having trouble walking. Oh, my goodness. And unfortunately, he just had a stroke. Oh, my God. Hello. Hi.
This is Austin.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
Austin is a Jack Russell Beagle. So go on. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
So cute. Oh, so unfortunately he just had a stroke a couple. And he's doing much better now. He's oh my gosh, how cute is that little one? So cute.
No, she's Tilly. She's a little shy.
Hi, Tilly.
Tilly, what's the matter, Tilly?
Oh,
Oh, she's my little sweetheart.
she's adorable. But no, Apollo's doing much better. It was a few days of helping him walk, helping him get his mobility back, but he's doing much better. Eating great, going outside on his own. So
That is awesome. Hey, I want everyone out there to, right below Kristen's name is vintagepetrescue.org. But also, and maybe even a little more importantly, is follow her Facebook page. It's easy to find, right? Vintage Pet Rescue.
Yep, absolutely.
Type it in. Just click on follow. Do that. It's the easiest thing. Every time she posts something, it's going to pop up in your feed. And sometimes she's going to ask for money. It's just what it is. I mean, if you love dogs, I mean, come on.
I try not to ask too much.
Yeah, and you know what? And you got to feel for her. She doesn't want to ask for money, but I can ask for money. Empty your freaking wallets. Come on. What's $20? You didn't go on vacation this year. France is canceled. There is no Germany. There's no Disney World. Give her $100 for crying out loud. For Stevie Wonder.
For Stevie Wonder, yes.
Stevie Wonder needs a walking stick or a new piano. Isn't he lovely? That's another joke. So I want you to bring up another dog. Can you bring up another one? Oh, who is this?
This ragamuffin is our oldest resident.
Oh.
This is Franklin.
That's Franklin.
This is Franklin, and he is turning 20 this year.
Oh, my. I don't think I've ever met a 20-year-old dog.
He is turning 20 this year. So he said he can almost drink.
Oh, my gosh. He is awesome.
So Franklin just went to the vet today. He got an echocardiogram because we have to check on his little heart.
Yep.
And they said his heart looks better than it did a year ago.
Wow. What is that? How do you get it to that point? Is it just the food that you're feeding?
He's on meds. And we're pretty good about making sure he gets all his meds. But I don't know. I mean, he might just be, happy little man. But we took Franklin in from the local Cranston animal shelter about a year and a half ago. He was 18 in the shelter.
Oh, my gosh. Good for you, Franklin.
He was 18. We took him in, and he's been with us, and now he's turning 20 this year. We're going to have a birthday party for him.
Oh, my gosh. When's his birthday?
Well, we're going to go with, I think, when we got him, which was in October. But maybe we'll do it in the summer, a summer birthday.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's such a diva. He just is so demanding.
Yeah.
Just barks for everything. Barks to get on the couch, barks to get off the couch, barks when the water's not fresh enough.
Melanie just said, Franklin.
Yes, Franklin is a favorite.
Mark Bonetti says, little Muppet.
He is. He's a Muppet.
He's a little Muppet.
Yeah. Okay. There. Good.
She's playing dirty. Melanie's saying, come get me. Yes, I'm almost at 500.
Yes, she is.
She's great.
Yes.
What a wonderful girl Melanie is. David, she has an Amazon wish list. So what are the future goals for VPR?
So we do adoptions. It's not our main focus. Our main focus is taking in these senior dogs and having them here in almost like a sanctuary environment. But ideally, I'd like to do more adoptions, even for our super seniors, even for the 16 and 17-year-old dogs that we take in, because there are people out there that will adopt a super senior, and that's what they're looking for. Right now, it's just, we're a very small operation. It's, my husband and I live here. We take care of the 35 dogs with a handful of volunteers who come. But as far as, the marketing, the events, it's a lot of work.
Right.
So it's a lot of work. So adoption would just another, it takes a lot of time to put a dog out there, go through applications, schedule meet and greets. So, but that's something I'd like to, do more of.
Yeah, so give me a little tour, and not a big tour. You can lift up your laptop and just kind of angle it. So you're in an abandoned church. No, I like to say abandoned church. It's a church. It's not abandoned. There's cobwebs. You bought a church.
Yes. So this church was actually built in the mid-'60s. It was an actual church for about 15 years.
1960s or 18?
Yes, 1960s. So it's kind of a modern church.
Yep.
It was a church for like 15 years, and then it was empty for 10 years. And then a couple bought it, and they turned it into a single family home.
Yep.
We moved in a few years ago. And it's amazing. So I'll show you a little bit. So it's just a big, almost like a big loft area.
Wow.
Here. Yeah.
Let me see the ceiling. The ceiling is beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Great ceiling. And then we got some of our sleepy dogs here. Obviously.
So Kristen, that's the first floor. Is there a basement below that?
Yes. So downstairs is what we call actually the rescue room. So we have our dogs separated onto 2 floors.
Okay.
Right now there's 21 dogs upstairs, and it includes all the big dogs that we have. Downstairs we have 14 dogs, and those are all under 20 pounds, mostly under like 15 pounds. A lot of Chihuahuas. So
do they ever intermingle, or no? You just separate them?
We keep them separated most of the time. We have two outdoor fenced-in areas that do connect. So sometimes they'll kind of explore together, but for the most part, the Chihuahuas like to gang up on the bigger dogs. So we kind of keep the Chihuahuas separate. Yeah, the Chihuahuas and the pugs. Do you have any pugs there? Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 pugs right now. 5. Stevie being one of them, and yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yep. Well, so let me just show. I wanted to show something to some people here. This is fun. I haven't done this before. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, 3 screens. We all love 3 screens. So you can't see this, but it's your Instagram account. Yeah. Melanie is asking, ask about Porcella. Wow. So you'll have to tell me Porcella. But these are some of the, oh my gosh. This looks like a Chihuahua with one eye. It is. Yes, that's Little Man. That's Little Man. Little Man. He is 18 years old. Wow. And he's on his sister. I mean, he lived outside his whole life. Oh no. It's so sad what they go through. Yes. Oh my gosh. They're beautiful little animals. Some of them look young. This is little China. Had a spa day. China's one of our newest ones. We've only had her for about a week. She's 16. Yeah. 16 years old. And Norman looks sleepy. He's very sleepy. Norman's always very sleepy. Zeus has been diagnosed with B-cell leukemia. Oh. So Zeus is a special guy. We've only had him for a few weeks. Both his parents passed away from COVID within within days of each other. And so he and another dog were kind of stuck in the house with a son that was allergic to them. So they reached out to us, and we were able to take him in. Unfortunately, when we got his blood work, it showed that he did have leukemia. So we went to the oncologist yesterday, and he's starting chemo this week. Wow. So you take them out. It looks like Swamp Meadow Bridge. You take some of the dogs out? Oh, yeah. My husband actually goes on 10-mile walks 3 or 4 times a week. and he has a carriage full of dogs that he pushes around the neighborhood. So people love to see the dogs and him walking around the neighborhood.
Your name gets out there. I'll tell you. Like, I never heard of you. Well, I did a few years ago with I'm just like completely. Look at these. Here's a vintage old car, old American flag.
Right.
I heard about you a few years ago when I was donating to your cause, and then everyone I talked to, I said, yeah, I'm interviewing Kristen from Vintage Pet. Oh, they're wonderful. Like, your name does. You think you're small, but your name is getting out there.
It's I mean, it's crazy. We'll be in September. It will be 3 years that we've been doing this, and we just can't. I mean, last year we were in People magazine.
Were you really?
Yeah, like the actual magazine.
People magazine.
Something I never, ever thought would happen. It's just incredible. So yeah, it's amazing the response we've gotten, and the state of Rhode Island, the people here have been so welcoming and just amazing, and with the.
Yeah, we just lost you just for a second. Yeah, that's great. So Nyla and Stevie Wonder, what a great shot of them two.
I know. My husband took that picture. He did.
Oh man, Nyla, look at. Nyla's a female?
She is. Yep, she's like a Rottweiler chow mix. She's about 13.
I want to hug Stevie Wonder so bad. I just want to. He's just.
He's very huggable.
Is he? What's his character like?
He's funny. He's a funny dog. He's so quiet, and he'll just kind of sit around or walk around, but then every once in a while, probably 2 times a day, he just howls, and it's this ear-piercing howl that he does.
Really?
We have to go pick him up.
Grumble, cutest Grumble. You got like three pugs on a couch. While you're talking, I'm just scrolling through. Roxy does not want to share. Roxy's got her own thing. Yeah, these are great photos. So, and also everyone follow her Instagram page. These are great. Oh, here's a video. Here we go. With a lick, we got a licker. Cutest little tongue. I don't know who that is. A little fluffy one. Laying down on a red carpet, like blah, 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 is licking away.
Oh, that's Spencer.
Spencer, this is Spencer.
Spencer, the little white Pekingese.
Yeah, Pekingese. Yep.
He's the one that gets acupuncture for his poor little joints.
Oh, he does. Wow.
Yeah.
These are great. I'll tell you, what a unique. That's so unique. Franklin got a bath today. Look at little Franklin.
He loves it when he gets a bath. He knows he looks good.
When dogs get older, they're afraid of water. I know humans are. They tend to they just don't like water. I mean, I've dealt with dementia in my family, and I know that's an issue with water. Are dogs like that too?
I don't think it's an age thing with dogs. I think some dogs just don't like. I mean, a lot like Chihuahuas just really don't like the water. The Chihuahuas that we have, but some of our dogs just love getting a bath. And yeah, I think it all depends on the dog, just the personality.
Yeah.
And we also put peanut butter on the wall so they lick it while they're getting a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to show one more thing that's on your website. I got to show this. It's the vintage furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So this is the website, vintagepetrescue.org, everybody. And look at that. An old TV set. She completely remodded. It's all spray painted gray, which is a pretty awesome color. And she's got a little pug in there. Look at that. So I know that was like a project of yours, and you didn't know what you called that, but that is the coolest thing. These old, not Panasonic, starts with an M.
Motorola
TVs. Yeah, the big Motorola. You have to get off the couch and click, click.
Yeah. Well, I saw one on Pinterest years ago, and I thought I want to try to do that.
Yeah.
And so I was on the hunt for a TV like that, and a friend found one on the side of the road and texted me, and my husband and I went and we picked it up, and I gutted it, which was the hardest part, taking the actual TV out and all the mechanics. There are a lot of screws in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it is very heavy. So taking everything out of it was the hardest part, and then just kind of building a back and color and making it a little condo.
That is the coolest thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have too much time to do it now. When we were we had less dogs, I was making one a week. Yeah. But now I don't have time to do it at all.
There's no time. Oh, that's so. Look at that. You got some lattice work on one of them where the speaker was.
Oh yeah.
There's no speaker, but you got the lattice work. But then it's like a little window. It's a little porch.
Oh yeah, I know. I put some faux brick on one. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and
these are great.
Yeah, old suitcases too. I've
yes,
made beds out of old
I'm
suitcases.
showing one right now of an old suitcase with a little, I don't know what you would call that dog, a little fluffy brown and what looks like a baby husky. No, not husky. I don't know, but those are really cool. So I'm asking everybody to 3 things: go to the website, bookmark it, check it out. Also, there's a donate page on our website to donate to her if you feel inclined to. I hope you do. I hope you see her heart through this video, that you can see who she is, her and Mark. And please donate. Please donate. I'm going to be Jerry Lewis right now. Please donate. Find it somewhere in your heart that you can donate.
Yeah, we had Stevie Wonder here earlier.
Stevie Wonder, yeah. If you're superstitious, okay, and it's your happy birthday, I'm throwing out all these stupid humor things. Stevie Wonder, what a great musical artist. But man, I just want to hug Stevie Wonder. How old is Stevie Wonder?
The real Stevie Wonder or our Stevie Wonder?
Your Stevie Wonder.
He's about 16?
Oh.
I lost you again. Oh, I caught that. 16.
He's about 14, 15, something. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And so the 3 things I wanted you guys to do is, go to our website, just look at it, Vintage Pet Rescue. Go to our Facebook page, and please, that's more important, just like it and follow it. Definitely follow it. Every time she posts something, you're going to see it in your feed. So when you're scrolling through, there's a lot of news out there, and it's not great. I mean, seriously, the world's coming to an end. So let's look at some pictures of puppies, okay? Not puppies, elderly puppies.
Elderly puppies.
Which are also coming to an end. I don't know if that's good to watch or not, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful dogs. Let me see what people are asking right now. Ask her about Porcella. Yeah, so what is Porcella? We'll close with that. Actually, Melanie is saying, show him Bug.
Oh, God, Bug. Bug?
Is Bug
near? Bug is sleeping. Bug is cuddling with the dad right now. So.
Just shake him, wake him up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bug is our one young dog. He's a puppy. He's our activities director here.
Oh, come on, that's great.
Yes. So he keeps them all active.
So does your elderly dogs like Jell-O and crackers just like elderly humans, or?
I'm sure they would. But we just stick to the wet canned food for them and chicken. So, oh yeah.
So you've got a big budget. A lot of money needs to come in those doors of yours, so you can get it out and help these dogs with all of their medicines. And do any of the dogs have insurance?
No, we don't have pet insurance. First off, when we take them in, they're so, old with lots of pre-existing conditions. And honestly, to get insurance on 35 dogs would probably be way too expensive.
Yeah. If you ever think of it, I know someone that offers that, but yeah, that might be with there's a lot of dogs there.
Yeah.
Listen, absolutely. You've been awesome. I wish you the absolute best. And you and I have to grab a coffee. I want to come and visit the old church that you turned into your home. And your husband is behind you, right, in that loft the whole time?
Well, that's his office. That's where he spends his his days working because he works from home.
Yep.
Right now he's lounging on the couch with the pugs.
Okay. Now, people keep saying, like Steph Moreau says, there's an Amazon wish list to purchase items from to send to VPR. I'm sorry, that popped up a few times, everybody.
Yeah.
Explain that. Explain that.
So we basically go on Amazon and we put on the dog food we need, the cleaning supplies we need, any supplies we need really, and so we put that on Amazon, and then our Amazon wish list is there, and I'll post it usually. I'll post it once a month, once every other month when we're running low on supplies. And all you have to do is, it's just like shopping on Amazon. You just click it and you buy it and it gets shipped directly to us. So that's how we get all our food and cleaning supplies and everything.
Are you in need right now for anything?
I actually just posted the list on Monday, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, and already pretty much everything's gone. Everything's
Oh, okay. I was going to say, put it in the comment, or if someone out there like Melanie, if you can just copy it, or Steph, if you can just post it in the comment, but you've already got it fulfilled.
Pretty much, yeah. We have, I think the one thing we're still looking for is we do the Seresto collars for our dogs for the flea and ticks. And
they're
so
expensive.
And we're ready. We have to do everybody. So we need 35 collars by, late June.
They're like what, $60, $70 a collar?
On Amazon they're $45.
Oh, you just saved me money.
It's actually the best deal I've found, to be honest.
Oh, I'm getting ripped off. Oh, that's why I have a live show. I get to learn things.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks for having me.
And soon enough, I am going to come down and visit. And I've already been a supporter. I was kind of joking with her earlier, everybody, that, who was it? Jessica Rhodes told me about you guys and said, can you please, donate? I'm like, I never heard of it. I just saw Pet Rescue. I'm like, okay. Didn't know it was older dogs, senior dogs. And my business donated a little chunk of money for you guys, and it was great. I got to meet some of the dogs, and here I am interviewing you, and you're the same one that I went to 2 years ago. So really awesome. So I can't wait to meet you in person.
Absolutely. Me too. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Take care, Kristen.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. She is so nice. Vintage Pet Rescue. It's 10:02. I went over a little bit. Last week I went over quite a bit, but this week, I'm trying to stick to the 10:01, 10:02. I don't have anything else to share. I am not going to do Dave Plays with Apps. We did the survey. People liked it, but I only have like 3 apps that I really use all the time, and I don't want to keep downloading apps. People, I spend a lot of time getting the show ready, and I want it to be awesome, but there's a point where you got to just stop. I mean, I'm not going to download crossword puzzle apps just to show you guys. You could do that on your own. What are you, lazy? Anyway, that was great. Man, I love my dogs. And someone once told me that the saddest day and the happiest day in a dog human's life is when you buy that puppy for the first time, because you are in for a gut-wrenching, painful goodbye eventually. And I don't mean to be depressing, but it's amazing when you get a little puppy and he's going to be in your family, she's going to be in your family, but eventually it's just time to say goodbye. It's heart-wrenching. Oh, and I can't imagine. Kristen her heart is like 50 times bigger than mine, because to be able to say it's time for them to go and put them down, oh my gosh. Open up your wallets, people. Come on. She should be having $1 million by now. Anyway, tomorrow night's going to be great. Let's see. Do I have anything else to say here? Yeah, I don't have a closing joke. I was hoping to get a joke. I don't want to joke about dogs. That's just not right, But who do we have? People are just saying a few things here. Melanie Benson says yes. She also says nothing. She just posts her name, nothing. Simply the best. Yes, simply the best. I'll put that on my head. Melanie, you're always on my mind. All right, just you're always on my mind. I just want to let you know that. Great job. Yeah, she's awesome. Vintage Pet Rescue VPR people. Awesome. Tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow night. Please don't miss tomorrow night. Marine vet. He has stories. He is literally saving people's lives from killing themselves, suicide, just ending it. You definitely want to tune in. It's great, the Karahi Project. And Friday is going to be a lot of fun. This guy, I mean, he repairs ventriloquist dolls, something I've been in love with since I was a kid. I don't know what it is. I'm fascinated with, not dolls. I mean, G.I. Joe and all that. They were all right. I was into like things that could talk and move and pull the string. I had a Danny O'Day doll. I actually gifted my niece a Willie Talk doll for Christmas once. His name is Willie Talk. Get it? Willie Talk? I don't know. Pull the string. Maybe you will. So I was just fascinated with that whole, because it's equal part creepy and funny and super cool because they're designed so well. They got, the mouth and the monocles and the hair. They don't look real, but they kind of look real, but they move and they face the guy, and it just ventriloquist puppets and dolls and dummies and whatever they call them these days. Austin Phillips is going to be Friday night. It's going to be great. So I am going to leave you guys. Tune in tomorrow night. This is the last 3 nights. I got 2 more nights, and then I'll be back in the fall. But of course, I'm going to continue through the summer, but only Thursday nights, all right? So everyone has an expiration date. Such a fitting quote for tonight. Every dog has an expiration date. Love everybody deeply. Cut the crap. Listen to people, okay? Listen to people. They have a story to tell. See you tomorrow night.